A master inventory item is created from two separate components. The first component is the item type. Item types have a code and a description. The second component for creating a master inventory item is the item class, which also has a code and a description. In this example, we'll use an item type with the code PJ and the description patrol jacket. Our item class will consist of the code 01 and the description standard issue. These two components make up a master inventory item with a code of PJ01 and the description of patrol jacket standard issue. All master inventory items are created in this fashion. Let's try another example. This time we'll define a master inventory item with an item type description called handcuffs. The item type code is HC. The item class is standard issue again, with an item class code of 01. That will give us a master inventory item of HC01 or handcuffs standard issue. Here's one more example. We'll use an item type description of trousers with the code TR. For the item class description, we'll use standard women's issue with an item class code of 12. That will create a master inventory item of TR12 trousers standard women's issue. Let's go into Quartermaster and see how these master inventory items are created. We're going to define a new master inventory item of HG01 handgun standard issue. The first step is to define the item type if it does not exist. Under the Tables Admin tab, go to the item type screen. We will now add our new item type record HG handgun. Click on the Add button to create our new item type record. Once the information is entered, click on the Save button to save our new item type. Note that it now appears on our table. Let's go into the item class screen and create our new record there. In the item class screen, the same procedure is followed to add a new item class record. Click on the Add button to bring up the entry screen. We will enter our new item class as 01 standard issue. When the information has been entered, click on the Save button. Our new record once again appears in our table. Now we can go over to the Master Inventory screen to create our new Master Inventory item record. We'll start at the Master Inventory tab using the Master View screen. The table of master inventory items is empty in this example, and we're going to create our new master inventory item HG01 handgun standard issue. Start by clicking the Add button to access our entry screen. Pick the HG handgun from our item type drop-down list. For the item class, pick 01 standard issue. We will track our handguns by serial number, so check that option. We can now save the master inventory item. Note that it appears on our table. For every master inventory item, one or more detail records must be created. We will now have a quick overview about these detail records. This is the detail screen. In the upper table, we have HG01 handgun standard issue currently highlighted. The lower table is currently empty. When the master inventory items are tracked by serial number, we can only add one detail record. To add that detail record, click on the Add button to bring up the entry screen. All we have to do is define the price for our handguns and save the new record. The detail record appears on the lower table and shows our price. Now each of our handguns standard issue have a value of $300. That price can be changed at any time. We will discuss adding and issuing our handguns in the next portion of our tour. But first, we're going to create a master inventory item that is tracked by sizes rather than serial numbers. we'll go back to our master view and create a PJ01 Patrol Jacket standard issue. Now we're back to the Master Inventory tab and the Master View. We are going to add one more Master Inventory item. Use the Add button to get to our entry screen. The item type is PJ Patrol Jacket, so let's pick that item type from our drop-down list. Next is the item class of 01 Standard Issue, also picked from its list. These patrol jackets will not be tracked by serial numbers, so we will not check that option. Save our new master inventory item in the normal manner. It's now included in our table. We are ready to define some detail records, so let's head over to the Details screen. We can now add our detail items for our patrol jackets. We have 4 different sizes, so we need 4 detail records. Use the Add button to bring up our entry screen. Our first size is small and the price is $78. Save the size small detail record and note that it appears on our table. Go to the Add button once again for our second detail record. The size for this record is medium and the price is $82. Save this new detail record and note that it's on our table. I will complete the process here a couple of more times at record speed for our last 2 sizes. We have 4 different sizes of patrol jackets and they each have a different price. That's all there is to defining your inventory. Before going to add, issue, and dispose of our newly defined inventory in the next portion of our tour, we'll do a quick review. Remember that a master inventory item is made up of 2 components, the item type and the item class, such as in this example of HG01 Handgun Standard Issue. Handguns would normally be tracked by serial numbers, so they would have one detail record with the notation serial number and the price. A master inventory item can also be tracked by sizes or some other description rather than a serial number. That is the case with our PJ01 Patrol Jacket Standard Issue. You can have as many detail records as is necessary, and each detail record can have its own price. The next portion of our tour will deal with adding to our inventory and issuing